Alright. So, you know what I mean? Health is wealth. 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 Why? Well, how can you take care of your health if you don't take care of how can you take care of your wealth if you don't take care of your health? Sorry, a little tongue twister. Health and wealth, health and wealth, health and wealth. Health comes first because you gotta take care of your health to get to your wealth and maintain it. Longevity purposes, sustainability purposes, everything in between. So let's get into it. Talking about listening today. Today's all about listening in the context of a person. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. Listening in the context of a person refers to the active and intentional process of receiving, interpreting, and understanding auditory information, meaning when they speak to you. However, if you gain enough awareness, you're aware that audio is only one way to listen to a person whenever there's many signals that the human give off to show that you can listen, like things that you can listen from and listen to, right? Body language, context, how they're saying something, the emotion behind it, things like that, the hand gestures, hand movement, which goes along with body language, things like that. So go ahead and get into it. Listening in the context of a person refers to the active and intentional process of receiving, interpreting, and understanding auditory information. Effective listening goes beyond simply hearing sounds. It involves focused attention, cognitive processing, and genuine efforts to comprehend the message being communicated. Listening is a crucial communication skill that contributes to meaningful interactions, mutual understanding, and the building of strong relationships. Let me go over that one more time, because I think I was a little choppy on that one, right? Effective listening goes beyond simple hearing sound. It involves focused attention, cognitive processing, and genuine efforts to comprehend the message being communicated. Listening is a crucial communication skill that contributes to meaningful interaction, mutual understanding, and the building of strong relationships. I'm about to go into more detailed explanations of listening and what those look like, right? It's something similar to this, right? Attentiveness, right? You have to be attentive, you have to be present and like an active listener whenever someone is talking to you or expressing themselves to you, and you're trying to listen to them and understand them, and receive the message that they're communicating to you, because sometimes you gotta be able to listen to these people because we all don't always speak the same language. You know what I'm saying? So listening requires attentiveness. Number one, attentiveness. Listening requires being fully present and active to the speaker. It involves giving one's undivided focus and attention to the person speaking and minimizing distractions. So basically what that is saying is you want to give the person communicating to you your undivided attention, and if possible, for any reason, minimize any other distractions that may distract you from listening and fully understanding the communication and receiving the full message, so you're able to understand what you were listening to, right? Now, who you were listening to. So number two, we have receiving auditory stimuli. Receiving auditory stimuli. Basically receiving the sounds from the person that you're listening to. You know what I mean? Auditory is audio, sound. Stimuli is stimulation of the brain and everything in between, right? So receiving auditory stimuli. Listening involves the physiological act of receiving auditory stimuli through the ears. In my ear there. You know what I'm saying? Your ears. So listening involves physiological act of receiving auditory stimuli through the ears. This includes the receptive to spoken word, tone, and nuances in vocal expression. This includes being receptive to spoken words, tones, and nuances. Listening involves the physiological act of receiving auditory stimuli through the ears. This includes being receptive, spoken words, tones, and nuances in vocal expression. Right now we are focusing on vocal expression, but like we said, when you're truly trying to listen to a person, it goes deeper than that, right? Focus. Whenever you're trying to receive the auditory stimuli, you want to be able to focus on what this person is saying, so you get the right type of stimulation and you know where they're coming from, right? So at number three, we have understanding. Effective listening goes beyond hearing words. It involves understanding the meaning and the context of the message, and this requires mental processing and interpretation of the information being conveyed. Okay, understanding. We've talked about this before. So So this is just in a different context when it comes to listening to someone and giving them your undivided attention, okay? So understanding. Effective listening goes beyond hearing words. It involves understanding the meaning and the context of the message. This requires mental processing and interpretation of the information being conveyed. And understand this, everybody has their own perception and understanding of the world around them and their surroundings. So with that being said, when somebody's trying to communicate something to you, it's really good to focus and lock into what they're saying, giving them your undivided attention, because we all have very different perceptions, very different experiences in this world, which have led us to our very different perceptions and opinions. So when you're trying to truly 100% listen to someone, give them your undivided attention, minimize all other distractions, and truly lock into what they're saying so you can really get the message and be able to transcribe the message and decode it, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, some people, depending on the situation they're in, they can't tell you what they want to tell you, like straight like that, you know what I mean? Depending on what scenario situation it is. For instance, like whenever you're hitting on a girl and you're trying to, like, you know, rizz her up type shit, or, you know, for women, whenever they're trying to hit on a guy and they're trying to rizz them up type shit, you know, it's kind of like you're passive aggressive when you're trying to get it, you know what I'm saying? You're not really trying to, unless, and then you have some people that are just in that bitch trying to be aggressive on some, my nigga, I'm trying to get some cheeks, or some bitch that I'm trying to get some dick, you know what I'm saying? So things like that. So do your best to really lock into the messages that people tell you, and do your best to listen to them 100% and transcribe that message, right? And number 4, we have empathy. At number 4, we have empathy. And at number 4, we have empathy. Listening often includes an empathetic component. Empathetic listening involves not only grasping the content of the message, but also understanding and acknowledging the speaker's emotions and perspective. Listening often includes an empathetic component. Empathetic listening involves not only grasping the content of the message, but also understanding and acknowledging the speaker's emotions and perspective. Like I was literally just telling you, how are you able to understand and acknowledge the person who's speaking to you's emotions and perspective if you're not really locking in? You gotta truly lock in and understand what they're saying and try to decipher the words that they're telling you, like I am today. Some people might take a look at this video and, you know, just breeze past it, you know, watch, you know, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes of it, breeze past it, not even really understand the words that I'm saying. But if you're someone who's been following me through the start, you know what I mean, it's from getting to know me, JinSeries, you know what I mean, getting to know me, you know, and what I'm about, what I'm preaching, and why I talk about health is wealth and put them in that order, you know, health first, wealth second, and why putting certain things in certain chronological orders may help you more in a sustainable way, in a longevity sense, you know, because the goal not only is life preservation, but also sustainability and longevity, you know what I'm saying? Because you want to be here as long as possible on this heavenly physical plane, you know what I'm saying? And you want to really truly understand and appreciate your experiences on this earth while you have them, because this is a perfect life we're living, even if it doesn't feel like it. And I can tell you that it's the perfect life that we're living because we only get one life. We only get one life. We only get one container. We only get one vessel, whatever you want to call it. We only get one. That's how you know it's perfect, because if something is truly perfect, you only got to do it once. Boom. So at number 5, we have non-verbal cues. Non-verbal cues. At number 6, we have feedback. At number 7, we have spending judgment. At number 8, we have patience. At number 9, we have respect. At number 10, we have cultural sensitivity. You know what I'm saying? The list goes on. I'm not gonna spend too much time on this. I'm gonna wrap this up, make this a little bit shorter. I just want to know y'all actually appreciate me. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're gonna do here. And we are gonna stop at number 5, which is non-verbal cues. Listening extends to the observation of non-verbal cues. Like I was saying, it's not just auditory. Listening extends to observation and non-verbal cues, such as facial expression, body language, and gesture. Like I was saying, these cues provide additional content and insight into the speaker's emotions and intentions. Non-verbal cues. Listening extends to observation of non-verbal cues, such as facial expression, body language, and gesture. These cues provide additional context and insight into the speaker's emotions and intentions. And that one's honestly very straight like that. The cues provide additional context and insight into the speaker's emotions and intentions behind the words that they're telling you, or the story that they're telling you. So I think that was pretty straightforward. Don't really need to go too much into that one. So for that reason, I would go ahead and give you one more. And the next one on the list and last one on the list is gonna be feedback. Feedback. At number 6, we have feedback. feedback. Good listeners provide feedback to the speaker, confirming, understanding, and showing engagement. This can involve nodding, paraphrasing, or asking clarifying questions to ensure accurate comprehension of the message being communicated to the listener. So at number 6, we have feedback. And this one also is pretty straightforward. Really like straightforward things. Don't really have to go over them too much, which is pretty good because I don't like to repeat myself. So with that being said, feedback. Good listeners provide feedback to the speaker, confirming, understanding, and showing engagement. This can involve nodding, paraphrasing, or asking clarifying questions to ensure accurate comprehension. You know, guys, and I'm gonna be honest with you, understanding the true meaning of what I'm telling you and all the information that I'm going over and I'm giving you, now some people might not understand how this goes into health and wealth. Well, if you're able to be more aware of your surroundings, right? Which you have to be aware because you have to use all your senses to have, for awareness, right? Highest level awareness, you probably have a higher success rate. If you have a higher success rate, you probably have a higher, you're probably gonna have a potentially higher profit rate. And if you have a higher profit rate, then you're that much closer to doing what you want, when you want, how you want, for how long you want, with who you want. And that's the goal, you know what I'm saying? So the goal for anyone is doing what you want, when you want, how you want, for how long you want. So, and with who you want, but that doesn't always go how you want. So that is what it is. I want to tell you guys, if you've been keeping up with the journey, keeping up with the progress, keeping up with me, I want to tell you thank you. I want to tell you I love you. I want to tell you I appreciate you. Please keep it up. Please keep encouraging me to make these videos. I'll encourage you to start your journey down the path that you think that you've been holding off on, maybe because you're scared for anything. But if there's just anything you really want to do, just go out there and do it. Please, if you don't want to do it for me, do it for yourself. If you don't want to do it for yourself, do it for him, do it for somebody. Just do something, because like I was saying, you are perfect, your life is perfect, and although it may not feel like it, I'm gonna tell you this. Everyone strives for perfection, but no one really gets it because perfect really isn't real, but it is. You are perfect. Your acknowledgement is perfect. Your perception is perfect. Your understanding is perfect. Your awareness is perfect, because you only get one time to do these things. You only get one time to talk to anybody on this earth. And you may be like, nah, I can talk to these people again. Well, whenever you're talking to someone in that point in time, you can never go back. You could only talk to them one time in that point in time for all eternity. So technically, everything you do is only one time. Even if you try to recreate it, you tried to recreate it. It was a recreation of the original. So there can only be one original. You're that original, and for that, being that one and only original, you are perfect. Remember that. I love you. Love yourself. Love your surroundings, because your surroundings might just be the one thing that gives you the information on how to get out of where you're at right now, to get into a new surroundings. And that's usually how it goes. So they say that if the process isn't working, it really is. It's working on you. It's not working on the process. So thank you, Myron Golden, for that one. You're welcome.